Say I'm good-hearted, but I'm just getting started. Got my eyes on the target. No, no. Till the battle's won, till kingdom come. To give me your loyalty, 'cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, they'll be calling me royalty. Best to give me your loyalty, 'cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, they'll be calling me royalty. Broke all the cages, no, I won't sit and take it. No, no. They left me for dead, I guess they'll never learn. Every time I break, there's just more pain to burn. They'll never, never, never learn. Till the battle's won, till kingdom come. I'll never run. Best to give me your loyalty, 'cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, they'll be calling me royalty. Best to give me your loyalty, 'cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, they'll be calling me royalty.
Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome, 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 welcome. Come on in, everybody. Come on in. There's Can. Come on in, everybody. Let's see who we got in here today. We got everybody coming in here today. Come on in. Come on in. We got Sleuth Fairy, Angel Loader, Rhonda Lynn, Laura Jean, Fonda Cheeseman, Can, Michelle Tucker. Hi, baby doll. I hope you're feeling better, Michelle. Robin B, Always Late, Fonda Cheeseman, Nikita, Laura Jean, Cool Gamer, Audrey D, Nikita, Can, Carol Main. Let's see who else we got. Maya May, Mustang Mama, Diamonds Creations, Audrey Presley, Sammy, Sassy Gigi, Yanni, Sassy Gigi, Queen of Crazy, Diamonds, Denise. Oh, Scott's Boo! Thank you for your membership, Scott's Boo. Thank you, Scott's Boo. Thank you. Love my farm family. Oh, thank you for that membership. God bless you. Thank you so much. Let's see. Queen of Crazy, Miss V, Diamonds Creations, Walk the Line, Ricky Beaver, Scatsy Booze, Angela Vanover, and Miss Candace and Rhonda Lynn and everybody else. Come on in, everybody. Tonight we are just going to talk about generalized true crime, these cases of Harmony Montgomery, Michael Vaughan, and Little Summer, of course. I always got to keep her name out here too. I like to keep these babies' names out here. Of course, we are currently covering the Harmony Montgomery case, and I will be covering that in the morning. And as y'all know, and the ones who watched earlier, Adam pleaded guilty to abuse of a, you know what, and a uh, tampering with physical evidence. I will show you a clip of that, him actually talking to the judge here in a minute. But guys, I did get flagged on every one of my harmonies. I don't know why they're flagging me, but they're flagging me on them. So that means I don't get no views or anything for them. So any way you all can help out the channel, whether memberships, hit that like button, or just subscribing, that helps my channel to grow and at least gives me a little bit, to help my channel grow. So, hey, Taxi Slut, how are you? Hey, Karen A723. I don't know why they're flagging me on it, but I'm getting a yellow flag on them. Daisy, what time does it start? 8:45 a.m. in the morning, and that's when they're going to do the opening statements on the case. Hey, Fonda Cheese Man, maybe it's because of court TV. No, because if it was a copyright, it would be a copyright. So I don't know if somebody's doing it on purpose, but it takes a couple days, and it, yeah, but it's okay. I'm going to continue to do it no matter what. I'm going to continue to share little Harmony's her court case, no matter if I don't get any views at all. So there you go. Daisy, can you contest them flagging it? Yeah, but by the time I do, I've lost out on all of the. By the time I do, I've lost out on all of the commercials and stuff. So it sucks to suck, but I guess it's just part of it. I believe it's somebody doing it too, because there was a person that got mad because I didn't agree with Crystal, and I think she's doing it. So, hey, Kitty Cat, how are you? Like in Harmony's case, the truth coming out will need to happen in Summer's case. Well, hopefully we'll find, who took Summer. We'll find out who took Summer in Summer's case. There was a weird, weird guy at that prayer vigil that Candace or none of the family knew. Oh, thank you, Diamonds. Thank you. Thank you for gifting a membership. Thank you, Diamonds. God bless you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, if did you all see that guy? He was a Wells, but he wasn't nothing related to Don and Candace. They didn't even know that dude. And I thought that was weird. Let's see who got that membership, y'all. Hang on. Let's see who got it. If you're over 50, hang on, let me see. I gotta go here and see who got the membership. Oh, Queen of Crazy got it. Thank you, Diamonds. God bless you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But, like this guy was from Maryland and just showed up out of the blue. Oh, thank you, Sleuth Fairy. Thank you for gifting a membership. Yay. God bless you. Let's see who got that membership. God bless you guys. Thank you for supporting my channel. Like I said, I they've been flagging this thing, so I don't know why they're doing it. They're just brats. Angela Van Oven. Okay. Thank you. God bless you, Sleuth Fairy. Angela Van Oven got it. Yay. Other channels are covering Harmony. Yep, a lot of channels are covering Harmony that never covered her case before. But we, as you know, hey, none your business. Hey, Pumpkin, Mimi, we've covered from the beginning. We were the first ones to cover Harmony's case. We actually had boots on the ground then, with my mod Bashley at the time. She lived in that area and was very familiar with Harmony's case. So, yep, Summer could be alive, very much so. Very, very much so. Absolutely. Kim says, Miss Daisy in chat. Hello, Kim. Come on in, everybody. Come on in. Join us. Hey, Tree Tree. So, yeah, there's a big chance that Summer's very much alive. It'll be at Harmony's trial Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Well, Harmony's trial will be tomorrow at 8:45. They'll be opening statements. They are actually giving Adam a choice whether he wants to show up for court each day, which I think is a bunch of poop soup because he should be forced to come and sit through that trial and feel ashamed for what he did to that baby. So yeah, but they're patting him on the hand, so my friends are coming over in a bit. New members for Daisy. I'm rounding them up. Come on over. Come on over. Hey, Gail. Let's see. If he blames Kayla, he's going to have to take the stand unless his lawyer tells the story for him. He's going to do something. That's what I think. Can said, in my heart and soul, Summer is alive. End of story. Amen, Can. Hey, Carice. Come on in, y'all. I'm going to put the link out for anybody that wants to come up and talk about these cases. You can. We're also covering Monkey's case as well. We're going to talk a little bit about, Stacy Boy. And just try to keep his little face out here as well. Let's see. I think they should carry on with the case regardless if he appears or not. Yeah, I mean he's not wanting to show up for his own murder trial, so that tells you right there a lot that he's ashamed of what he's done. I'll actually pull that clip up if y'all want me to of what I posted on my community post just now about that case. Like I said, we're all going to the cult that surrounds Summers and surrounding the wells. There's no cult that's surrounding the wells, y'all. Listen, I've been quiet. I've been silent. I've not been coming after no YouTubers. But I've been told that there's certain YouTubers that keeps running their mouth. And Daisy's keeping quiet right now. I'm trying to stay neutral. But there's only so much I can take. And then I'm gonna go. I'm gonna come back at you. So
Do you wish for them to acknowledge your?
hang on just a second. So if I'm just asking these YouTubers quietly, politely to stop the BS with me because I'm not talking about you and but I will if you don't stop. That's all I got to say about that. Oh, thank you, Sleuth Fairy. Thank you for gifting the membership. Thank you. Let's see who got the membership, Sleuth Fairy. Hang on, Candace said something. Hang on. Thank you, Sleuth Fairy. Let's see who got the membership. Thank you so much. God bless you. Let's see here. Sleuth Fairy gifted another membership, and it went to Brandy Mulkey. Thank you. Thank you, Sleuth Fairy. I love you. Thank you so much for gifting that membership. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Candace said, every time I have a dream, she is alive and she has come back home to me and her daddy. Aw, Candace. I know. Hello, Ricky Beavers. What's up?
Can y'all see me?
Hey, Dee. Yes, sir. We can see you. What's going on?
Hey, can you hear me, Daisy?
I can hear you.
How's everybody doing out there?
We're doing okay. We're covering the Harmony Montgomery case and Summers case today, and we're talking about that Harmony Montgomery case. Hello, Frankie. Yeah, it's that Joe Wells. He was a weirdo. It was
I
at
heard
that.
about him. I heard
Yeah.
this. I heard this other guy too. I heard a video on him, and
Yeah.
he was at a campground. He said that this little girl came to his door.
Mhm.
Hold on a minute.
Okay.
Said this little girl came to his door, and and man, I mean, I don't know, but I'll tell you this. He said that he walked over there, and the red barrel had wells on it and had 216 on it.
Oh, that was that one dude that then he took it down. They said that that sounded like 423 Chase. Hey, DD, thank
I
you for
don't
the
know, but I
gifts.
believe she's alive, and I'm ain't nothing going to change my mind.
I know.
And
Yeah,
and
see, people will do
but
anything,
I will tell y'all this: until they find a body, you'll never make me believe no different.
right. Oh yeah.
And I mean,
Oh
it's
yeah,
just
sorry. Yeah, I mean, and it's almost like the TBIs gave up on her. I don't know. I just feel like it. They need
well,
to.
I'm not giving up on God. He's going
I'm
to
not
help
either. Candace
situation,
thinks she's
and
alive. Candace thinks she's alive and well, and well, she thinks she's alive, and whoever's out there and whoever's got her, we just pray that they're not being mean to her and they bring her home. The same with the little monkey Vaughan, and unfortunately, Harmony, she met her demise through her father.
yeah, I
Candace,
hope they hang that son of a bitch. I'm sorry, I just call it
I
like it
do
is. Y'all
too.
excuse
I
my
mean, I
French.
hate to say it too, but I'm the same way. His smug butt don't even show up for court. He's
He's what?
he didn't even show up for court today, and he don't know if he's going to show up tomorrow either.
Who's
They're
that?
Harmony Montgomery's dad.
Oh, he didn't even show up.
No, he's
Why is
refusing to
he doing
go.
out?
He's not out. He's in jail. He's refusing to go. I wouldn't even give him an option. I'd make his ace go either way. Candace said,
Right.
I believe she is alive. Nobody will tell me different God's time in God's time.
Who said that?
Candace talking about
Candace.
the girl. Yeah. Yeah. That man, he was a weirdo that
I heard
showed.
about him. I heard about him.
Yeah. And
Hey,
so,
Daisy, somebody knows something. Let's be real. Man, I'm gonna be blunt with you.
in that neighborhood.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's
Oh,
sad how much money people's made off that little kid. Little
oh
baby.
my Lord. Yeah. I know. It's a shame. And they continue on. I honestly believe that every true crime person that's in this community does love that baby. And I can understand their frustrations. But we got to look other places,
Everybody wants. Man, Summer's
Everybody,
loved by everybody. You hear me?
yeah.
I was at Walmart the other day and had a little Chevelle with me, and they had this old bear. It's about 5'6",
Aaron.
like 5'7", 5'8" inches tall. And I put it around my neck, and I got Chevelle on the other side, and took a picture of me and Chevelle and that bear, and it had it standing up. It was taller than I was.
A bear?
Yeah, it was a stuffed animal at Walmart.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they wanted $90 for that thing.
Oh, yeah. I can imagine they're expensive, especially
But
in Pigeon Forge. They're real expensive in Pigeon Forge.
I'd love to have. I was going to buy it, but I didn't.
Yeah. Well, that's expensive for a stuffed animal. I believe.
Well, hey, let me tell you something. When it comes to a kid, there's
Yeah,
no amount of money to see a kid's eyes light up and do
I
little
know.
things to make them happy.
I know. I know. Well, I just can't imagine, what that old Adam Montgomery done to his daughter. I mean, it just blows my mind.
I wish they'd hang him. slow death. These people hurt children or
Such a
rapes a woman, slow death. And look, it's called good and evil. You
yep.
know, I know there might be some people, no joke, could be really off in the head, but they need to be.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, all of them's not okay. I mean, come
He
on.
was a career criminal. Like he was stealing and beating up on people when he was young, and doing all that theft and stuff. But the thing is what he did to her, a little innocent thing that looked just like him, that couldn't control, you know. I mean, and he's so narcissist that he's telling them what to do. And I'm really disappointed in that judge that she's not standing up and making him come to court. I'm going to show this little clip right here, right quick, Ricky,
Go ahead, honey. I'm right here
of,
with you.
of what happened today in court. I'm going to take this down. I just want to show them a little clip of what this sucker did
Okay.
today.
I'm listening.
Okay.
Your guilt on both of those charges, falsifying physical evidence and abuse of corpse?
Yes.
The surprise announcement came after the lunch break. 17 jurors had just been sworn in and given instructions from the judge, including explaining Adam's notable absence from the courtroom.
He is not here today. He has the right to be present, but he also has the right to be absent. You're not to speculate on why he is not here today, and you are not to in any way draw any negative or adverse inference or hold it against the defendant that he is not here today.
The jury was just coming back from lunch for opening statements when Adam Montgomery appeared on video from prison to confirm his intention to concede to 2 charges.
And that by agreeing to allow them to acknowledge this in opening statements, the jurors can find you guilty of those 2 offenses, relying on that information. Do you understand that?
Yes.
The abuse of corpse allegations are some of the most graphic descriptions in the affidavit of how Adam allegedly moved Harmony's body to various locations around the city and then tried to condense her remains using lime and brute force.
Wow.
Again, opening statements tomorrow, 9 a.m. No word on if Adam Montgomery will be in the courtroom. He will be asked an hour before departure time each day if he plans to attend his own murder trial. We're live in Manchester. Amy Cavino, WMUR News 9.
Now, one legal analyst says Adam Montgomery's decision to acknowledge some of the charges against him shows that he may try to blame someone else for his daughter's death. She says the likely choice is Montgomery's estranged wife, Kayla, who is also a star witness for the prosecution.
I would guess that he will point the finger at Kayla Montgomery and say she was the one who did it, and just basically use the logistics of, he is alleged to have hit her while driving, right? So how could he do that? Whereas he will most likely, again, I would anticipate he would have to testify that it was Kayla who struck her and she was distraught, and he had to handle the body.
LaFrance also says that strategy could require Montgomery to testify himself. And she says acknowledging abuse of a corpse may also be a sign that he knows where Harmony Montgomery's body is. And while that development was playing out in court, jurors were retracing the Montgomery family's steps on the day prosecutors allege that Harmony was killed. WMUR's Tim Callery is live now with a closer look at the key locations in this case.
And Jen, prosecutors describing today's jury view as the final journey of Harmony Montgomery, pointing out those key locations in their case against the little girl's father. The first stop of the jury view was a methadone clinic located at 20 Market Street. Prosecutors say this is where Adam and Kayla Montgomery took their children back in December of 2019. It's here where prosecutors say Adam began his assault on his daughter, Harmony. The jury then traced the family's steps to the Burger King on Daniel Webster Highway. Prosecutors say the Montgomerys went there after the clinic, and the state alleges that Adam continued to hit Harmony along the way. From there, it was the Colonial Village Apartments on West River Road. This is where the state says the Montgomery family lived out of their car after they were evicted from their Guilford Street home. Prosecutors allege that it was here where Adam Montgomery used drugs while Harmony was dying in the back seat of the car. The last stop was the site of the former Portland Pie Company. It's where Adam used to work and where the state alleges that he stored his daughter's remains in a walk-in freezer. And now the jury also stopped at the intersections of Webster and Elm Street here in Manchester. That is where prosecutors say Adam Montgomery first realized that Harmony was dead after the family's car broke down. They accuse him of putting the little girl's body in a duffel bag and then calling for a tow truck. Reporting live in Manchester, I'm Tim Callery, WMUR News 9.
Hi, Mark Barden at Sandy Hook Prime.
Oh, yeah. There we go. That right there is what happened today on the jury. That's where they actually went and seen little Harmony, where Harmony was that day. They were living in a parking lot. Hey, Kels, how
That's
are you?
sad.
Yeah, that little baby, she was, she was every time he would make her uncle testified. Well, he will be testifying that he lived with him at one time and he witnessed Adam bragging about giving her a black eye and smacking her around and making her stand in a corner till she used the bathroom on herself. And
Oh man, I tell you what, I wish I'd been there. What was going on because he'd had to whoop. Well,
I know that's what I say too.
whoop me, and I don't think he's a big enough man to handle me. Though I can't, I'd handle myself. I promise you that.
I know, and not only that, but he made her scrub the toilet with a toothbrush, and he was just really mean to that baby. And
What state's this in? I don't remember.
Manchester, New Hampshire.
Do they got the death penalty?
Or is it Massachusetts? Huh? No. No, they're only getting him for second degree murder, and then he pled guilty today of abuse of a corpse. What he did to her body afterward, Ricky, was worse.
Oh, I know that. Did I hear him mention lime?
Lime, yeah. Kayla, his wife, helped.
How about lime?
Yeah.
So that lime can eat your body and everything and bones, and you'd never. I mean, I hate to say it, but I mean, I done. They'd never trace it.
Oh, I know. And see, the thing is that he put her in a gym bag, an Under Armour gym bag, throwed her in the trunk. We don't even know if she was really deceased or not at that time. He may have just thought she was. And then he packed her around for months, put her in the ceiling.
How come I'm not gonna get murder? I mean, straight out.
Huh?
Why aren't they not gonna get him for murder? Because of no body.
Well, they're going to get him for second degree murder, not first degree. No body, I think. That's what everybody says. I don't know how that works, but everybody says that's why he's getting second degree.
Well, if he goes to prison, somebody kill him in prison.
Yeah. Well, he was accused of being he was accused in a shooting and unaliving of a man, but they never proved it was him. But he also had got charges, I think, of attempted
murder.
How he's like in his 30s now, I'd say. I don't know exactly how old Adam is, but he's a monster. And what he did to her was completely and thoroughly horrible.
Hope they don't try to use that mental card bull crap.
No, he's arrogant, narcissistic. You can walk. We went over his interview today, his interrogation. He was very narcissistic and he knows what he's doing. He's a career criminal. So,
you know them shockers you get? Those like 10 million votes.
Yeah.
I like to tie him up and put that on his nutsack and just keep holding the button there.
Well, he definitely don't need to have no more kids for
no. He needs. I mean, hey, I call it how I see it. The Bible says, if anyone harms his little children, they deserve to have a stone cast around their neck, tied around the neck, and thrown in the middle of the deepest sea they could be, or a lake.
Oh yeah.
And that'd be too good for him. I think slow. I like to see him have a slow death. I can think of a lot of things I'd love to do. we ain't got time for all this
Craziness
crap
to it.
right here. Just let them, go to trial and just let them do life and all that. And
Uh-huh.
we gotta, if we show people we mean business, that this crime and stuff would stop in America.
Yep, that's true. That is true. And well, the thing is they butter their butts. They give them, they let them away with it. This man is literally dictating the court. He's controlling the court. And I can't believe that woman said, "Well, don't let it be a judgment towards him for not being here for court." Well, why not?
Right.
Why aren't you forcing this man to show up? Because you know why? He's guilty. He don't want to sit there and face the facts of what he did to his own child.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And so he's very guilty, in my opinion. That shows even more guilt. Good night, King Can. Love you, honey.
Don't leave us, Candace.
Ricky Beavers said, "Don't leave us, Candace."
Wait, where's she going?
Huh?
Where's she going?
I don't know. She's worked all day. She's probably heading towards the sack, going to bed.
Oh, where's she work at now?
Well,
Well,
she, yes, I'd tell you, but we can't.
No, I understand.
You know how they do. You know how they do, Ricky.
Daisy, I heard about your kitchen, honey. Are you?
Oh, we fixed that within a week. We had that fixed.
It wasn't that. Was it that bad?
Well, it was just a lot of smoke, and we just went and got us. She said she has to work tomorrow. Candace said.
Oh, okay.
Right, Candace. But we painted it. We scrubbed it down and painted it, and bought some new shades and stuff. And it's okay looking. It's better. Did you hear about what happened to my bull?
No, honey, I did not.
My bull Benny went crazy, and he tried to kill us all.
What?
And, yeah, and
what happened to him?
He broke out. He broke out the back of the barn, and he came down here. He tore everything up in the front yard and tried to come up the steps on me. He's gigantic. And then my husband jumped in the car because I told him, I said, "Don't you get in that side by side. He'll kill you in that." So my husband jumped in the car, and he started tearing our car up. He started ramming them horns in our car. And yeah. And then my husband went up the hill trying to get him to go back in the barn. And he got up there, lifted my husband up in the car, had the car sitting up on two wheels straight up in the air, and just dropped him. Yeah. So I had
the front end of it. He picked it up. The whole
he
front end
picked
up.
up the whole front end of our Fiat. We have a little Fiat.
Wow.
And then yeah. And then we went and got my neighbor, and he came over with a gun. And by the time he got up there, he had the car pinned up against a pole, just ramming into the side of it. My neighbor shot up in the air, and it didn't budge him. And then he had to shoot him.
Wonder what made him go crazy.
I don't know. I think it's where we live around other farms. And most of these farms just have heifers. They don't have no bulls, because
Right.
they artificially inseminate them. And I just think that there were a couple heifers, and he went crazy. I don't know, but
When did that happen, hon?
about last week.
When?
Oh, can't remember. It's been a few days though. We buried him.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we could have sold his meat. People were offering to come get him, but I was like, "He's my baby. I can't. I can't have him cut up." So
I bet your husband tripped out and he picked that whole car up like that.
yeah, he said he thought he flipped it over. He said, I thought he was gonna flip me over."
Wonder, did he just go mad?
I don't know what happened to him. He's always been just a brat, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
for him to, I don't know, like the devil got into him or something. You know what I'm saying?
yes.
And so yeah, he just went crazy. And I heard the dogs going crazy out there, and something in the back of my head said Benny's out. And I looked up there, and sure enough, he didn't only get a hold of our car, but he got a hold of my daughter's boyfriend's car too, and tore up the whole side of it. So we're going to have to pay to have his car fixed. Hey, Bobo.
Wow.
And he was out to kill somebody at night. I mean, there was no other way around it. We had to
You
shoot
think
him.
he had rabies or something? Somebody got something bit him and got rabies?
No, they say after the 3 years old is when their full hormones come in and they get wild like that. Because my neighbor said he gave $9,000 for an Angus bull, and
Yeah.
he was real friendly. And it's not good to raise them by hand because they get too friendly. And so he said his wife petted him, petted the bull, and then when she turned around, exit Siri. Hang on.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
He said when he turned around, he had his wife and throwed her up in the air and was killing his wife, and so he had to shoot a. He said it was about a $30,000 bull. He said, but he said he gave $9,000 for it, and he had to shoot it too. So I don't know.
I tell you what, I've been in the pasture with a bunch of cows and like that. You know, a friend of mine had a bunch, and we was putting them all up. We was getting them all up into another. We had like 4 gates. We was getting them all into. You know,
Yeah.
so they can all get. I guess they was gonna. I forgot what they're gonna give them shots or something. And I don't know. That's wild, but I went down there to feed them on the 4-wheeler with my me and my son did that. We did it in the morning, and we had to call her sucky sucky. You know, here they come, boy. I mean, it's
Oh yeah.
like a bunch of horses. I ain't lying. They was really getting down there, and
They
we
scare
done put
you.
all the feed in there, and they come burn and act like they ain't had nothing to eat in days.
Oh
But,
yeah, that's
but
what they
I
do.
love that, Daisy. I love stuff like that. Yeah, I
I
love
do
farm.
too. And he was always there. He was my baby. Like he would always come to the fence anytime I come up on that hill. He was always being ornery, but he just lost his mind. I don't know what happened to him. He was tearing everything that
When
he
y'all just get a couple of a couple of we could have
heifer.
brought something.
You mean heifers?
Yeah, why didn't you?
Well, I got a cow. He already got her pregnant though, and then uh she's a dairy cow. She's pregnant by him right now. But there's just so many heifers around that are cows that he I guess he could smell them and it just drove him crazy. They're bulls. They
Wow.
do that.
Wow.
So he just went wild on us, and I've never seen him like that before. But he, unfortunately, we lost him. I hated it. It broke my heart. I cried
How
for a
much
long time.
weighed, Daisy?
Huh?
How much you think he weighed?
About 1,900 pounds.
Wow.
He was about 6 foot tall. He was the size of an
Wow.
elk. Holsteins are giants. They're
Oh
huge.
yeah. Hey, Daisy, my friend had this bull. It was on his farm. He kept saying, "Come here, Ricky B." And he said, "I want you to scratch this." He said, "I want you to scratch this bull." I said, "Man, I don't want to do that." You
Yeah,
scratch him on his hind leg. You know what I mean? On the inside there, he
yeah.
just loved it. I said, "I don't really want to do that." I mean, and hell, he was tall. You hear me?
That's how Benny was. He's
Yeah,
tall as
I mean, he was really tall. You know, and he'd let, and I didn't really want to do it, but he got me to do it. And
uh-huh.
3 or 4 days later, he died, and I felt bad about it.
Uh,
Like I might have had something to do with that. I know that sounds crazy.
I know. You just think about, well, what if we could have done this? What if we could have
If I
done
had
that?
done it, maybe it would have lived. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Or what do you think happened to it? Do you think it just something just happened, or
Which one? You're the one you did?
yeah, the bull that I was scratching back there? You know, I mean, I
He
was
got
just
he got an
scratching
infection.
the inside of his leg.
Oh, you didn't scratch him though, did you?
No, honey, I just scratching with my fingernails. You know what I mean?
You didn't hurt him.
I felt really bad because he loved that bull, man. I mean, it was wild.
I just think that something else has happened to him to make him pass away. I'd say we had a little heifer. She would have been breeding right now. We could have actually bred her with Benny sheep back in August. My husband was putting her up, and she ran up her on the hill and was fine that night. And then the next morning, my husband found her deceased, and we don't even know what happened to her.
Well, then he had other cows that just died on the farm, on the other farm
Yeah.
over where we lived, and they just died out there, and I felt so bad. You know what I mean?
Well, that's just part of farming. You win some, you lose some. My neighbor, the one that rents his property over here, he probably lost 3 cows and a bunch of calves last year.
Wow.
Like his cows kept having twins. He gave us an Angus bull calf out of one of the twins. So
Right.
yeah, I gave us a newborn Angus calf.
Right.
He hadn't been born in 30 minutes, and we brought him over here and went the next day. We had a little bit of colostrum, and then we went the next day and gave him the colostrum that he needed. We bought it, and it cost us $30 in the morning and $30 in the evening. It was $30 a bag.
Wow.
And yeah, but we only did that. We only had to do that for like 3 or 4 days, and then we can put him on regular milk. But he's doing good now. He's right up there. He's about 6 or 7 months old now.
Right.
So
Wow. I mean, I guess anything can turn on you.
yeah. Oh yeah. Well, they say Holsteins and Jersey cows are the worst. Not the cows, but the bulls. They
Right.
say they're the worst to turn on you, and they got them horns, so that makes them even more deadly. If he wouldn't have had them horns, he couldn't have picked up that car. He picked up that car with the horns.
Wow.
Well, he's a monster, buddy. He scared
I bet
everybody.
your husband was scared to death.
Huh?
I bet your husband was scared to death.
Yeah, thank God he didn't get in that 4-wheeler, because he would have flipped that 4-wheeler and got in there and ran my husband.
Yeah, he'd have killed
Uh,
him.
yeah, he'd have killed him. He
Wow.
about killed him a couple times
Wow.
already. But it just it happens. It has to happen that way. So
But hey, Daisy, I got done with my video, and I want to encourage everybody to go to rickybeavers.com and look at my video.
okay,
What you think about it, everybody. www.rickybeavers.com.
there you
I
go.
appreciate it. And
Okay,
also it's on True Social music _star_Ricky.
that
And
sounds
it's on True Social too. It's
awesome.
starting to really honestly, it's really starting to really come together.
Well, that's good.
I'm
That's
happy, and but I want to come up here and say hello to you, Daisy, and I love everybody out there in chat. God bless you all, and I
God
pray
bless you.
today's stuff goes well. And
Well, thank you.
let's don't give up on summer, y'all, because I do
No,
believe it's alive, and I think the truth is getting ready to come out.
I pray that something gives in this case, in Summer's
But
case.
I want to tell you something. Don't never think you know somebody, because really you don't.
Oh, I know.
I mean, I went through.
I mean,
I went
even know myself half the time.
through what?
Surprise myself with the way sometimes I get mad.
Right. But don't get mad. There's no good getting mad, Daisy, honey. Let your blood
I
pressure
know.
get up, because don't let the enemy win. You got to overcome all that.
Oh, I know. It's hard though when people keeps on and taunting Jesus. No.
I know that. I understand.
Yeah.
But I believe in everybody out here, and I want the best for everybody. And God
There
wants.
you go.
I want to tell you something. If you knew how much God really loves you, because He does.
Oh, yeah.
He's an awesome God.
Yes, He is.
He loves you so much, more than you'll ever know.
Oh yeah.
God's
and He
not
loves these
God,
babies.
best for us all, like I said.
Yeah.
I mean, how many people would give their son up for you and me? I mean, how many people would do that out there? Give your son up.
I know.
God gave his son Jesus up for us,
Amen. That's
But
true, Ricky.
I wanted to come up here and just say hello to everybody, and I do want to challenge everybody to check out my website. It'd be greatly appreciated.
Okay.
And so anyway, I called today, and I got me 3. I called around, got me 3 gigs today, and I got
Well, that's
4
good.
coming, and I don't know. I just been I don't know. I don't know what I've been going through, to be honest with you. I just, you know how we get in them, sometimes we get in strange moods, I guess.
Yeah.
But Daisy, I do love you, and I glad you're got your kitchen straightened out, and
Well, thank you.
And God bless everybody again. And I'm going to step down, let someone else come up.
Oh, you're fine.
Okay.
Thank you for coming up, Ricky.
Okay. God bless everybody and love you all.
God bless you. We
And
love you
hey,
too.
if everybody don't mind, share my song. Go to TikTok too, and share my song with, share it with everybody that you can, because we do want to get the message out. That song has a wonderful message that we need to get out.
Yep.
So if everybody would do that for me, I'd love you forever and appreciate it. RickyBeavers.com.
RickyBeavers.com. There you go.
Okay. Thank you, Miss Daisy.
Thank you, Ricky, and come back.
I will.
All righty. Bye-bye, Ricky.
Bye-bye. I'll be sitting down listening.
Okay. RickyBeaver.com. Y'all going over and check him out. Listen to his music. He's got some good music going on, y'all. But yeah, these cases are sad, y'all. It's a sad thing that, these babies have not been found, all three of them. And also I want to talk about Michael Vaughan, Monkey Vaughan, case, Stacy Wandra out here getting money off of this and that and to come on panel. And I understand that there's some people that had him on panel just to get him to slip up and say something and stuff, but he don't need to be paid anymore. I'll tell you that. I don't know who all paid him or whatever, but I feel like that man, in my opinion, is a very guilty person. And I think he's a lot like Adam, in my opinion. I think he is narcissistic. And I really think he don't give two shits if he goes to jail or not. Honestly, I think, and just like somebody else said up here the other day and said on my panel that they thought that he's just sitting back collecting money until it's time to go back to jail. And I really believe that myself. I really do. So, yeah, he's a piece of work. A piece of work. All in himself. But let's see, consider becoming a member. Yeah, if you've not liked my channel, please hit that like button, that subscribe button. It helps me bring y'all more content and helps me to my channel to grow, which I need it to grow more. I'm trying to build my channel up and everything. Hang on just a second, y'all. Okay, I'm back, y'all. But y'all know that we all have our suspicions about people in Summer's case, and honestly, in my opinion, and in my back of my mind, and this is me in my opinion. Hang on just a second, y'all. Oh, thank you, Sleep Fairy. Let me get my cowbell. Where'd it go? Dang on it. Let me find it. Thank you, Sleep Fairy. Thank you. Thank you for gifting a membership. Woohoo! Thank you. Thank you, Sleuth Fairy. Hello, Don DeFur. Thank you, Sleuth Fairy. God bless you. Let me see who got the membership. Woohoo! Woohoo! Let's see who got the membership, y'all. Let me see. I gotta pull this up so I can see who got the membership. Hang on. Kim got a membership. Yee! Thank you. Thank you, Sleuth Fairy. Thank you for supporting my channel. God bless you. Oh, thank you, Justice. Thank you, Justice, for becoming a member of the Critters Crime family. Woo-hoo! Thank you, Justice. God bless you. Thank you. God bless you guys, because usually they'll flag these videos. They've been flagging them. So I appreciate you all, because I literally, when they flag my videos, I don't get paid for nothing at all. So thank you guys so much for joining memberships and gifting memberships and giving super chats. Thank you so much. But back to Summer's case. This is what I think. I think Fred Hill has a lot to do with it. Honestly, in my heart and soul, I think Fred Hill knows more about what happened to baby Summer than anybody else. That's the main one. He said too much to incriminate himself in this case. He has said and done too much. And I heard a little clip the other day about him talking about Jody Sue and Andy. And it makes me think, why? Why did he say that law enforcement was coming after Jody Sue and Andy? And so, yeah. But I do want to say this, y'all. I'm trying to keep the peace to grow my channel, but I am getting tired and tarder of people like Ziggy over there that runs her mouth, and different creators talking crap about me when I've not said one word about her. They said she was playing a clip that another clip channel was making today about me. So like I said, I've not said anything about her. I don't bother her. I don't bother her channel. And I just wish that she would stop, because I've not talked about no creators, but obviously they continue to talk about me. So I wish they would just stop. Just stop with the bull crap. If you don't want me coming after you, then stop. Because I will take and take and take and take and take until I get mad. And when I get mad, y'all know me, I go off. And then people wants to whine and cry when Daisy gives it back to them for what they're doing. So I'm just asking politely for people to keep my name out of your mouth on your live streams. Okay? Lay the hell off. I'm currently working behind the scenes to find out who a couple of these clip channels are. I think there's 2 clip channels right now that is the same person. And sometimes you just got to sit behind the scenes and watch and observe people, and you'll find out who they are, because they eventually let it out themselves. Because it's easy to sit behind a computer screen and not show your face and not show who you are and judge everyone else. But it's a whole different ball game when somebody finds out who you are and put your butt out here. So, yeah. I mean, I've not said anything about Ziggy, so I don't know why she keeps running that mouth and saying stuff. And I guess she thinks everything's cute and funny, and it's not. Part of the reason why, she was a part of some harassment. I actually have her on video, on video, admitting that she sent me some nasty emails and laughing about it. I have those clips actually where she sit and laughed about it, that she sent me nasty emails. Hang on. Let me tell oh, thank you for being a member for 6 months. Thank you. But been here since Daisy's first live. Thank you, Polly Brown. Woo-hoo. Thank you for supporting my channel. Thank you so much. God bless you for that. Thank you. I wish Ziggy girl would come over and talk ish. She's freaking wannabe. Well, I don't get why everybody thinks that she's so great when the things that she's done, they flock to these people. They really do. And I think it's because these people are drama channels. They're really not about these kids. I mean, look, Fred Hill could definitely be a big suspect in this case, in the Summer Wells case. And you know what? What are these people going to say when they're over there supporting him? And they're over there supporting him and giving him money and worshiping this, practically worshiping the ground this man walks on. Yet they find out that he had something to do with Summer Wells going missing. Now, this man has come out and talked about Summers, unaliving and on a live stream to Ziggy. Okay, who else has done that? Stacey Wandra. Yep. Stacey Wandra did the same thing. So, why are these creators supporting these people? Why are they coming after me for being friends with Donna Candace, who hasn't even been named as a suspect, has never mentioned their child being deceased or anything else? Because they're a cult. They're a cult. They worship these people. In my opinion, they do. Some of them, not all of them. Because, she sits over there day after day over day talking about ish she don't even know nothing about. And I could say more, but I ain't. I'm staying out of it. She uses my content, yet I've not said a word about her or any of the other ones, but they continue to bring me up in their live streams and their chats. And then they wonder when I come after them and I throw it back at them, when I give them back what they put out to me, then they want to whine and cry and complain and they can't handle it. Daisy's a big bad wolf. Well, don't mess with me. Leave me alone. Let me do my thing over here. Stop talking about me. You think everything's freaking cute and funny? Well, how about I put your ass on a meme and make fun of you, and we'll play it over and over again, Ziggy. You think I can't do that? You think I can't put you on a meme just like that other person does? I'm not giving any clout to, but that other person obviously is a coward for doing that. They don't know me as a person and they're a coward because they hide behind an avatar and they don't show their face. I mean, I'm sure I can make lots of memes and put them out there. They have not been convicted, Coco. They have not been convicted. When you see a conviction charge, then you can tell me different. But go on over to Fred Hill. Go on over and pat old Fred Hill on the back, Coco. Go on over with him. I know you come from Ziggy's chat. I see these people in these chats. I see what they say. People sends me clips. I know. I don't care what they want. They're just, like I said, let me tell you something. Daisy can make clips too. Make no mistake. You want to sit over and laugh and make fun of people and on clip chats? I can make clips. I can put people on memes. I mean, if I really wanted to be mean and you wanted to push me, I would do it, and I will do it. So leave me alone. And I know you think you're cute and funny, but don't get the bear ruffled. Don't get the grizzly bear ruffled. Okay? That's all I'm saying. Coco is a PG gal. She's heavily indoctrinated. I don't know. I see you. I see Coco around. Make no mistake. I see all these people around. A lot of them in these chats. But like I said, Ziggy thinks everything's cute and funny, that when she can laugh and make fun of people all she wants. But when it's turned around on her and it's done to her, she wants to whine and complain about everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Don't poke this bear. Don't poke this bear. That's what I'm saying. I've left her alone. She needs to leave me alone. I didn't even go to the birthday party thing. I didn't even go. Oh, thank you, Yanni. Thank you. Where'd my cowbell go? Thank you for giving me the membership. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see who got it. Let's see who got the membership. Hey, Tina, good night. Connie Branch got it. Thank you, Yanni. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Listen, y'all. There's a lot I could say that would be very mean. I could poke and make fun of Ziggy. I could pull up old memes that people's made of her and laugh about it. But honestly, I don't think that is funny. I don't think it's funny to make fun and laugh at people. I don't think it's funny at all. So I don't know why she thinks it's funny. Thank you, Yanni. Thank you, Yanni. God bless you. So, like I said, don't poke the bear too hard because the bear will poke back. Leave me the F alone and I'll leave you alone. You don't want me to call you out because I will. And that goes for any YouTuber out here that's picking at me. And there's one out here, make no mistake, I'm working on finding out. She hides behind an avatar. 2 actually. She has 2 accounts. 2 of them. And let me tell you something. I'm working on it. And yeah, I'm going to find out who she is. And she's going to think her videos are funny when I start posting videos of her. It's easy to sit behind an avatar and talk ish about somebody and laugh and joke. You know, that's like a child. That is childish. Now, I didn't see Ziggy doing it for myself, but I was told tonight that she was doing it. So I don't know what her deal is. But like I said, don't poke the bear. Just don't poke the bear. Leave the bear where it's at. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. That's all I got to say. Thank you, Yanni. Thank you. God bless you. God bless you, Yanni. I don't like to fuss with people. I've not bothered nobody. I've not said anything about no YouTubers. I've been moving on. She needs to lay off the crystals and the meth. Ada said, I don't know what she needs to do, but she needs to do something and leave me alone. Now, I don't know exactly what all she was doing, but it sounded like to me she was laughing and making fun of me. And listen, I listen, we all got something we can be laughed about and made fun of. Okay. I think people finds it pretty funny, easy to make fun of me because I'm a large woman. But Ziggy is not a small woman herself. You know, none of these creators are really. Thank you, Diamonds. So just leave me alone. That's all I'm saying. Leave me alone. Don't make me go there. Don't make me go there. Okay. With that being said, I'm moving on. We are going to be covering Harmony's case tomorrow. I am here to talk about Summer's case because I have a right to talk about Summer's case. You know, I've been on this case from the beginning, and I do think Fred Hill is very much involved. Very, very much involved. So, being said, you know, how are all these people going to feel when when it does come out and law enforcement does arrest these people like Fred Hill, maybe Jody Sue? I don't know. Those were the 2 closest people in that area. You know, maybe not none of them. Maybe not none of them. We don't know who took Summer. It's easy to sit here and say, oh, well, law enforcement ain't cleared them. Law enforcement ain't cleared them. Well, law enforcement ain't arrested them either. Law enforcement ain't arrested them, so that should say something all by itself. Law enforcement ain't come out here and said, oh, they're guilty, they're persons of interest. No. Just like Pruitt said, you got to have a reason to arrest somebody. So leave them the hell alone and start looking at other people in this case. You have ripped these people to shreds. Hang on, y'all. Thank you, Nikita. Thank you, Nikita. Sending prayers for you and Miss Christine. Thank you. God bless you, Nikita. God bless you. Thank you for that. Thank you for supporting my channel. Hey, Tams. Y'all, I hate to get on here and raise a little Cain, but I mean, we don't know who took Summer. You know, law enforcement's never came out and said Donna Candace is suspects. They've not even mentioned them as persons of interest. Unlike Stacy Wandra, who said that he knew that little monkey was buried in the backyard. He told the police. They found biological evidence that that baby was back in that yard. How are they letting this guy out on the streets? How is this guy still out there on the streets, y'all? I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't. I mean, he's living his best life right now until he gets in jail. Dee Dee said, Pruitt said, just what should I arrest them for? I loved it when he said that. Exactly. Exactly. But yes, it's a witch hunt every single solitary day. It's a freaking witch hunt for the parents. They completely and thoroughly rip these parents to shred every day with the same old bullshit. Every freaking day. I was listening to a creator the other day, I'm not going to mention their name, saying, oh, I can't sleep. I can't do nothing for Summer's case. Now, let me tell you something. I love Summer Wells. Don't get me wrong. I love that baby. I want her found more than anybody. She's a neighbor of mine. She lives close to my area. She's precious. But I love all these babies the same. I love Summer just like I love Harmony, just like I love Michael, Oakley, Carlson. I want all these babies found. Not just one, but all of them found. And for me to sit there and say that I lose sleep and all this other stuff and day after day after day act erotically crazy, no, absolutely not. There has to be something right upstairs wrong with you to say something like that. We want all these babies found. We want these babies brought home. We want justice to them. But justice is also not only looking at one person, but looking at the whole situation. Like, it's been almost 3 years since Summers went missing. You think if law enforcement had anything on the parents that they would have already arrested them, or at least named them persons of interest, or at least took them back in and interrogated them or something. But there's nothing. So for people to sit there day after day after day making up bullshit, and a lot of it is a lot of bullshit. I'm sorry, but if you sit in those chats and you listen to those bullshit and you really believe half of the stuff that's being said, then you are blinded. Very, very blinded. Now, I can tell you one thing. There was a lot of perverts in that area. There was a lot of people who had SA charges on them. And there was a lot of people going in and out of that holler, not only looking at property, but there were tree trimmers, and everybody gets all mad about the tree trimmers. Oh, let's get mad about the tree trimmers. Let's not talk about the fact that tree trimmers could have been involved, right? We've got to throw it back on the parents. We got to throw it back on the parents. And it's a witch hunt, and it's getting old. And I sit back and I think to myself every night when I see people in these chats and they're just like listening to the same old bullshit, but maybe something a little lie or two put in there to add to it, like more lies, more twisting, more. This case has been analyzed for 3 freaking years. There's nothing that none of us don't know about this case. We know about everything except for the person that took the baby or what happened to her. And like I said last night, law enforcement around here, they think, the ones I've talked to, they seem to think that she may have wandered off and an animal got her. Now, I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know. But I've talked to a couple law enforcement people, and that's their opinions that it could have been she wandered off. There is bears, there is coyotes, y'all. There is. I mean, I don't believe she wandered off, but there were footprints in the woods for some reason. How did they get there? I don't know. Disrespected Allie other after she passed in such a vile way too. I don't know. I know she did pass away because somebody told me they knew somebody that went to her funeral and supported the family, so she did pass away. And so, I mean, we got, we absolutely need to have these babies back, y'all. We need to have these babies back. We definitely need to have every one of these children's back and every one of these babies' faces out here. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't have nothing for Stacy Wonder. There's something not right about that man, and the things that he has said, and the things that he does. He gives me the creeps. I'm sorry. And yes, I love Monkey Vaughan, and I want him found more than anybody. I want him found just as much as I want. Well, we all know Harmony ain't gonna be found. She probably will never be found. But Summer and Monkey, I want them to come home. I do. I want them to come home. Miss Daisy, can you remember hearing one of the tree trimmers got really sick and had to leave early? Yes, Christine went over that. Maybe the tree trimmer saw Summer starting to walk off and left to go pick her up. Or they could have been just watching her. They could have just been watching her. Because the family didn't want her obituary. They wanted to hide it from everybody. They got mad because people questioned why they did the whole money thing. That's what they got mad about. Sarah said, yes, there are many bears, coyotes, and other wild animals around, but I still believe someone took baby Summer. And you could be right. We don't know. It could be somebody we don't even know. I mean, look at Savannah Soto and Matthew Guerrero's Unaliving. They were speculating everyone, and it was someone totally different. Someone totally different than what everybody thought. It was a robbery went bad. That's what it was. And nobody in a million years would have guessed if they wouldn't have caught these people on video. That's the only reason why they caught them, or they would still be given that little boy and girl, that girl that made that TikTok about them. They would have still been giving them a hard time over it. They were literally stalking that boy and girl, and they had nothing to do with it. They just had previous beef with Savannah and the boy. But other than that, they were all pointing fingers. They picked out every fat man in the area. I mean, that's just how speculation can just go wild. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Shauna. Speculation can go wild, and it only takes, and I guarantee you, and we done this in college. We did an experiment, and one person told one thing, and we let it get told all the way around the room. And by the time that it got all the way around the room, there was a huge storyline on it, and there were things added to it. And it just takes one person to start one stupid rumor, and people run with it. One, and then you're going to mess up the whole case. You're going to mess the whole case up. Well, YouTubers. Do I think YouTubers have a lot of insight and they do help sometimes in cases? Absolutely. They do. Absolutely, they do. Look what with Savannah Soto's case. We saw that there was a towel thrown out of the truck. YouTubers, us, me, I noticed it. Other YouTubers noticed it. We got on to, everybody got together, got on to LE. They looked at the photo, said, hey, yeah, there was a towel. There is another person involved. And I feel like if social media would not have put pressure on that case, that wouldn't, they wouldn't have come forward and arrested another person. And look, she's probably the main perpetrator, the one they arrested, Marita, uh, Christopher's mom, and she's an accomplice. So yeah. So there you go. The question I have, if Summer isn't considered a kidnapping, then why is there an Amber Alert? Listen, they never said that she was not a kidnapping. I don't know where they're getting that from. There still is an active Amber Alert because there was a truck and a scream scene. So she is an investigation. Now, but one thing that Christine did point out is that the I think it was Pruitt. I'm not for sure. Don't get me wrong, but one of them said that she had not been, that they believe she had been trafficked, but not trafficked out of the county. Well, they didn't say it like that. They believed that she had not been trafficked out of the county. So do they think she might have been trafficked? I don't know. You all know that shit happens, and Kingsport's a bad place. Oh, thank you, Shauna. Thank you. Thank you for being a member. God bless you, Shauna. Thank you, thank you, thank you. God bless you. I'm sorry I'm yelling tonight, but sometimes you got to get a little fired up. Thank you so much for being a member. Maybe you need to go to bed. What's going on? I can't see somebody. Who's Justice? Who is Justice? You are who are you talking to? Who is Justice? I can't see a Justice in here. Oh, okay. I was what in Tennessee? If you go to recovery and don't come back the same way you left, it's trafficking. Do what, Justice? I don't get that. I'm going to put a link up for anybody that wants to come up on panel and talk. This is open panel, guys. I am having an open panel up here. But, you know, we've went over Summer's case. I mean, there's no more that you can talk about Summer case until there's something new. I mean, but YouTubers are going to continue to just make up shit as they go. Oh, okay. But until law enforcement comes out and gives us more information, these YouTubers are not going to solve Summer's case. They're not. They're not going to do it. If law enforcement don't know, how the hell do you expect a YouTuber to find out? We can analyze it and analyze it and analyze it, but the problem is we're not analyzing it. We're bloodhounding after the parents and not looking at everybody else and patting other people on the back that could possibly be the perpetrator, like Fred Hill. That man has mentioned Summer being a deceased how many times? Jody Sue, Andy. Oh, it was just a dream. Oh, he's my cousin now, Jinkies. Andy Bernard is not your cousin, Jinkies. He could be a person of interest in this case, Jinkies. Oh, I'm Andy Bernard. He's my cousin. He's the nicest guy. Well, just because somebody's nice doesn't make them innocent. Okay. You heard his daughter get up on panel and say he kept talking about Summer's deceased body. How many times did you hear that, Jinkies? Okay. Why? Oh, it's just a dream. That's all it is a dream. No, you don't talk about a missing child having a deceased body and say it's just a dream. I think Summer is alive and she was kidnapped. I believe she is kidnapped. Now, I don't know if she's still alive or not. I don't know. She was joking to mess with JS. No, she really said that she thought that. She thought Andy Bernard was a good old boy. Andy Bernard, he's a good old boy. He's my cousin Andy. He said he's coming up on my panel. Well, no, you don't know. You don't know that. Just because somebody seems like they're nice doesn't mean they're innocent. Jody Cu beat him also. You think? Miss Daisy, did Jinky say Andy was her new cousin? Sorry, I thought it was funny. Yes, Jinky says, Jinky said Andy Bernard is cousin Andy. She's got a picture of her and him together. They hung out for a long time. He's just the nicest person. Whose dream of seeing a deceased child? I'm 58 and have never. Exactly, always late. I don't know. My mind is suspicious on the first person that was down that hill, Jody Sue Brown, y'all. Speculating though, just speculation. I don't want to say she is or didn't, but we all know how she sits over and rambles on and how many times she's talked about Summer being deceased. In my opinion, if you're going to go on a live stream and talk about that kind of stuff, and you were involved in this case, then that's a little sus to me. She was joking around because JSB accused her of being his cousin. Well, she didn't tell me that, Miggy. Only JS knows him, and I don't think she's lying about the abuse, to be honest. Well, I don't think she's lying about the abuse either. I don't know. I don't know him. I don't know him. He did seem like he was pretty friendly, but you never can tell about people. But I'm just saying. He was selling the substances. We know that for sure that he was selling substances. Now, what kind of substance? I don't know. But Andy admitted to hitting her. I don't know, but according to Jinky, she asked him about his son, and he said his son went to the military to get out of Beach Creek. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm not saying Andy's guilty or not guilty. I don't want to put that on anybody. To me, the most sus person is Fred Hill. I think that man knows more than what he's saying. And I think law enforcement thinks he knows more than what he's saying, too. They were together about 20 some years. Him and Jody Sue were. You have to be very careful with people who you don't know. Exactly. But now Jinkies has made him a friend. She said, oh, he's the nicest person. We sit for the longest time and hung out and talked. JSB shouldn't have had her children around him if he was that bad. And I believe JSB would take Andy back right now. I believe you're right, Sarah. I do believe you're right on that one. I ain't gonna lie. Fred Hill, yep. I think Fred Hill is. We don't know that what goes on behind closed doors. My ex was friendly to everyone except me. Exactly, DD. Exactly. We don't know, y'all. People can fool us. In my opinion, the person who took Summer is yet to be found. It could be a complete and thorough stranger, you all. Look at Monkey's case. Look, Stacy, Wandra, and them didn't even know that baby. They just seen him out and got him. And I do believe that Stacy was the one who got him that day. I believe Monkey walked down to that splash pad. Old boy was out running around. Old Stacy, he found his opportunity. He took it. And that evening, when his wife and the rest of them come home, they found their opportunity. And I think they took that baby somewhere out of state. Their little tow trip, I think, was a trip to take him somewhere else. I think something happened and they had to hide him. I'm hoping it was an accident, that they didn't do something sinister to the little one. I'm hoping he's still alive, y'all. We're still praying that he's still alive. Who had the camp on the hill behind the wells? It was a tent. Could see up on Summer's little swing. Damon Brown. No, I think that might have been Jackie Dobbs. Candace, well, I can't speak for Candace, but Jackie Dobbs could get around pretty good. You know how he acts online? Well, I was told that he could get around pretty good at that time. And why did he shave all of his hair, all of his mustache, and all that? Why did he shave all that? Jackie Dobbs was in that area. There is a many of people that could have took that baby. She's infatuated with Fred. Who, Jody Sue? I think Jody Sue took Summer and gave him to Fred. That's just my opinion, y'all. I'm entitled to my opinion. I could be wrong. I think she found her opportunity and she took it. I think she took Summer, and I think she's involved. I think 100% in my opinion, she had to be, because she was the one at the bottom of that hill. If anybody would have saw anything, it would have been her. 100%. And why they haven't gave her a polygraph, or Fred Hill a polygraph on Summer, I don't know. I don't get it. I do not get it. But guess what? God knows everything. Hang on, y'all. People's texting me. Okay, sorry about that, y'all. I'm sorry, but I have to wonder about Jody Sue's son and how he got gone so fast. I don't know how he was snooping around. I don't know who caught him snooping around. That I don't know who caught him snooping around, but I was told that he was snooping around up there like the next day or a couple days after Summer went missing. Jody Sue might have sent him up there just to snoop. I don't know for sure. But okay, Shauna. But all I know is allegedly he was seen snooping around up there at Don and Candace's house. Allegedly, I can't say 100% for sure because I was not there and I did not witness it myself. Now, I don't want to blame anybody's child for anything, but if he was snooping around up there, why was he? That's my question. Why was he snooping around? If he was, not saying he was, because like I said, I wasn't there. But why was he? And you know, Summer was a fast child. We seen how fast she could run. Who's to say that she didn't get out that door in that basement, go out that basement door to go to her swing, and didn't like decide to go down to the bus or go down the hill a little bit and ran into somebody that was hiding in the bushes watching her? Who's to say that that somebody wasn't up there looking for the boys, knew the boys were home alone and wasn't looking for the boys? They could have been up there looking to get one of them boys. They'll kidnap boys like they will girls. It don't matter to them. You know, let's see. Dee Dee said, what always got me was why he was snooping. He had permission to come up there, I think. Exactly. You don't think Summer left on her own barefooted? I don't know. When I was barefooted, I used to run up in the mountains and everything barefooted. When I was a child, I stayed in the mountains barefooted. And Summer reminds me of me. In my opinion, they don't seem to be doing ish to find Summer. I may be wrong, but we haven't heard anything from them. And I'm sure it's because they have no leads, but they could at least say, we have no leads. That's true. That's true, Miggy. Well, Cam did a video showing how fast he carried that heavy bag sack down the trail and how Allie was standing there and he couldn't see Cam in the bushes. Exactly. Anybody could have hit up there. Those tree trimmers, I mean, we may find out down the road that it was someone completely different than anybody we know. It could have been a stranger that's never been in Ben Hill that just happened to maybe come up on that mountain mistakenly to turn around or something and saw Summer. We don't know. We can't sit there and say it's the parents when we don't have facts, complete facts of it being her, you know? Let's see. I always thought she looked so nervous, like she was guilty of something. And Summer would have no problem just walking up to her because she knows her. Exactly. I think whoever came up there on that hill, though, had to have known Summer or known of the place. You know, it could still be Dudley. We don't know that. Dudley did. Dawn was telling the truth about Dudley. I'm not saying it is. I'm not saying it isn't, but there is a possibility that it can be. Now, does Don and Candace live a perfect life? No, none of us do. We all make mistakes. We all have our areas, but I do feel like Don and Candace is being judged because they have a history with, alcoholism and stuff, and they have a criminal history. And because of that, I feel like they're being judged and being judged bad. And understand that people feel the way they feel. Okay. If that's your opinion that Don and Can done it, okay, that's fine. But all I say is also, while you're thinking that, look at other people too. Don't just set your eye on the parents when there's other possibilities out here. Y'all, hang on. I got to turn this heat down. I'm burning up. All right. All right, guys. Now, listen, we've all been praying. And I have to say that I believe that every YouTube person in the true crime community that follows Summer's case has prayed for that baby. And they love her. I'm not saying they don't love her. And I can understand a lot of them being frustrated, at people that does think the Wells are innocent. But that's our right to, just like you have a right to think that they're not innocent, I have a right to think that they are innocent because I've actually got to know them behind the scenes. For over a year now, I've been friends with them. And I've seen so many lies come out since I've been friends with them. Just made up lies. Justice, go on panel with Daisy and explain what you are trying to say. Okay, I'll put the link out, Justice, if you want to come up. If you want to come up, I'll put the link out. And I'm not saying no disrespect to anybody that has a different opinion. Because everybody's like, Daisy don't like you if you have a different opinion than her. No. It's the fact that when the mother and the father comes in the chat or on the panel, and you come in and call them murderers and killers and everything else, then I'm not going to let you do that. You can't expect me to let you come in a chat and do that. Now, can you have a different opinion and come in my chat and ask the parents questions? Absolutely. In a respectful way, but not come out and just say, you're a murderer. Because that's not how it works, y'all. Miss Daisy, when H was on Andrew, someone asked him a question about Summer. Then H said, ma'am, why do you have to ask questions about Summer after I finally come to terms with it? Wow. I don't know. H is listen, they're a hot mess, Express. Hunter and all them, they're just a hot mess, y'all. I don't believe anything that has been said about it. I don't know. We were at the airport. Justice, if you want to come up here, Hunter is being called H. That's because a lot of people don't like to talk to him. Come up here and tell us what you're talking about. I'm burning up, y'all. If you want to. If you don't, that's fine. I'm on a rant tonight, y'all. I got to get my rant out at least once a week. Harmony's case has got me fired up, y'all. After seeing what Adam done today and how they're letting him away with just dictating if he should be in court or not. No, if he chooses not to be in court, one time he should be excluded for the whole entire rest of the case. I think that judge is being too lenient on him. That's what I think. Y'all, I'm burning up. I have to fan myself. Oh, by the way, let me show you what my Dee bought me today, y'all. Hang on. I'll go back and show y'all what my Dee bought me. Hang on. Pick the fine time to leave me, Lucy. Hang on. I'm going to show y'all what Dee bought me. It's awesome, y'all. My D743. Look here. She bought me roses and she bought me a Sasquatch sign, y'all. She bought me a Sasquatch sign. Listen, we don't know what law enforcement said. They said there was no sign of trafficking out of the area. Thank you, Dee. Thank you for my Sasquatch sign. I know, I love it. And she bought me roses too, you guys. She brought them to me. I love you, Dee. They're so cute. Listen, I'm going to fix my little cabin up there on the hill up. I'm going to put my sign and I'm going to do on my farm channel, I'm going to do one night a week Sasquatch stories. Just all about Sasquatch, people having experiences with Sasquatch. Just for fun, y'all. That is beautiful, Miss Daisy. That was my D743. She brought it to me today. I love that sign because I'm going to make me a little cabin up there on the hill with a little fireplace, and I'm going to tell stories. Or I might even camp out and do it. You never know. But I love it. I'm going to put it out on my front porch until I get it done. But I've been looking for one of them signs for a long time, y'all. I do want to say, if you all have not subscribed to my Beautiful Designs channel, where I make fake cupcakes, fake cakes, DIYs, I go shopping, do shop with me, please subscribe to that channel because I do not do no true crime over there. It's all crafts and DIYs and fun stuff. And right here is the channel. If you want to go subscribe to it, I'll be much obliged. If you want to subscribe to this channel as well, but I do DIYs. I make a she shed. I know I got so much stuff I got to get out of that she shed though. We've already got it sheetrocked and everything in there. Yeah. And I already got everything. So I could very easily make it. I just got to get that stuff out. No, Dee's been a moderator for a while. Dee's a moderator. She's been my mod for a while. Dee does. Make a she shed. That's what I'm going to do. And we're going to, once a week, I'm going to tell Sasquatch stories, y'all. That's what we're going to do. Even if I don't believe 100% in them, it's fun to talk about it anyway. And I think it's fun to go in the mountains and look for them. It's just fun. And I think we should do fun stuff and not focus so hard on these cases. Harmony Montgomery's case, you guys, all by itself is very stressful. Because you just want to scream that, they're babying this man, Watch for a notification for Daisy Sasquatch videos. Call Daisy on the hunt for Sasquatch. I'm going to. Miss Daisy, I thought you were going to say something else. What did you think I was going to say? Lord. Let's see. I know C, B, and D. And the rest of it. I don't know what that means, Justice. Oh, there's my... Do what, Deborah? Or I want her to touch. Let's see. Miggy says, I got a she shed, but my sister has some of her crap in it. I've waited on it to get it out. I'm going to do my crafting and etc. in there. Yes, we could maybe all collage doing it. For any of y'all that has not seen my cupcake video, going over to Daisy's Beautiful Designs and you will see me make Hostess cupcakes, fake Hostess cupcakes. Today, I actually made fake Valentine's Day cookies. I'm not done with it yet, but I'm going to. Somebody sent me something about Summer's case. I don't know who that is. I don't know who that picture of that person is. I have a she shed. Well, I got one up there on the hill. Justice, what are you talking about? If you got a secret, come up here and tell it to us. We want to know the tea. Spill the beans. Spill the beans. Now listen, y'all. I don't have anything against Ziggy as far as her. Let her do her thing. Let her do her thing. I don't care. Let her do all her witchcraft, all that stuff she does over on her channel. That's her business. I just wish she'd quit with me, because I ain't done nothing to her. Let's see. Okay, then. Then you will go buy yourself a Hostess cupcake. Well, I don't know about that. They look good, but you know. Let's see. Listen, if people's in here trolling, guys, get rid of them. If they're in here trolling and stuff, just don't even fool with them. Get rid of them. Ain't nobody got time for BS. I'm gonna be getting up early in the morning, guys, and I'm gonna be covering Harmony's case. And I suggest that y'all come with me and hang with me tomorrow and support this baby. She's not got a lot of people that has covered her case. We've been here from the beginning. I would like to find Bashley if you're out there anywhere and you want to come join me tomorrow. I know Bashley, she lives in that area. She's a huge Harmony Montgomery person. She's let us know a lot about the case. She's boots on the ground there. She was there the day they took the refrigerator out and wrapped it in biohazard bags. So, she is. So, absolutely. Okay, let me see. Let me check my messages, guys. I usually don't try to check them a lot when I'm on a live. But hopefully Bashley will be covering. She used to have a channel. I don't know. I've not seen or heard from her in a long time, but I know that she knows a lot about Harmony's case. And she has gave us a lot of good information from the beginning in Harmony's case. So let me check my messages, guys. Hang on. Okay. Yeah, if people's in here trolling, just get rid of them. I mean, just disturbing chat, making up stuff and stuff. Just get rid of them. Bo made me spit out a drink again. Justice was given a membership by us. Adam should be made to sit in court every day. I agree. I think he should be made to sit in court every day too. I really do. But unfortunately, the judge is not going to make him. And they're telling people not to judge him because he doesn't show up for his own murder trial. That's because he doesn't want to face the fact that he hurt that baby. That right there is a clear sign that he is guilty, in my opinion. No witch zone. Block, blinkety block, no witch zone. I know. What makes me upset too is that my sister will go on other people's panels and sit up there and hang out with other people, but she won't even come over here and hang out with her own sister because she's afraid she's going to make somebody mad. But she'll lay over on these other people's chats and channels and laugh and joke and everything. And it makes me wonder why I even still talk to my own sister, What in the daisy is going on? What are you doing, Ronald? What are you doing? I heard that Jinkies had to unmod you. Is that true, Ronald? Did she unmod you? Have you been over? Have you been over making Jinkies mad, Ronald? That's what I heard anyway. Daisy, I believe you need to talk about Jesus to these witches. Listen, there's only so much you can talk about Jesus to some people. And then you got to walk away from it. Because if they don't want to hear it, they don't want to hear it. And that's what we're supposed to do. We're not supposed to argue it. We're supposed to talk about Jesus, let them know about Jesus. And then if they don't want to listen, then you just walk away. You can't continue to surround your life and yourself around people that don't want to listen, you know? And that's just like with these people that hurt their kids and or people that hurts children, you know? You can warn them all day long that they're going to be judged and they're going to go to hell and all this other stuff, but they don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it. They think that they're fine and what they do. That's like Adam Montgomery. He's a narcissist. He is running the show in this court hearing, and the judge is letting him do it. And I can't believe it. I mean, come on. This is like one of the biggest cases in that area. Daisy, I told her to because I don't support channels that restrict freedom of speech, especially mine, my friend. Okay, Ronald. Ronald, I think you speak your mind no matter what, so it doesn't matter either way. I just think he does. Miss Daisy, Jinkies don't come here because there are too many people over here she don't like. I'm one of them, in my opinion. I know, but still, I don't care what anybody says. I helped build Jinky's channel. And for her to sit over on these other panels and go from panel to panel to panel, it's just a kick in the teeth to me. It ain't nothing but a kick in the teeth. That's all it's been since I helped her build that channel, is a kick in the teeth. I don't know how anyone could hurt Harmony. I would treat her like a dolly. She was so precious. Summer is precious also. I don't understand how evil some people can be. I agree. How could anybody hurt anyone? I mean, I don't see it. I don't see how anyone could hurt anyone. But I think with these pedophiles and child unalivers and child abusers, I think there's a special place that they should put them. They should not have no air conditioning, no TV, no water, minimum water. I won't say no water, but minimum of everything. I don't think that they should have three hots and a cot, TV, gyms, basketball time, hangout time, laptops to type in, and everything else. I don't think they should. Hey, Amy, how are you? The demons took all his stress and anger out on that poor baby. Yep. And you know what I think is that he saw himself in Harmony because Harmony looked so much like him. And I think he couldn't stand himself, so he hurt her. I think he took all of his spite and anger out on that baby. Miss Daisy, Jinkies needs to know none of us will be mean to her as long as she's not mean to us. She knows that. She wants to be with her little buddies and friends. It's always been that way my entire life with her. It's always been about everyone else. They can get anything in prison that we have out here, all they want. Exactly. They can. That's no lie. And if they got female prison guards, 95% of the time, they can have, you know what, relations with a woman, you know? Speaking of jumping on panels, I couldn't believe Matthew is now making. Oh, I don't know. I don't pay no attention to him. I'm done with Matthew. I've learnt my lesson with that one. In my opinion, the baby girl should have stayed in foster care. Yeah, she should have. I mean, he said he fought for months to get her. It was only to get that check. He obviously did not love that baby. You and your sister need to take time out to eat or maybe go on a day trip to Gatlinburg or Pigeon Forge and talk. Even y'all argue things are understood better face to face. Right now, Miggy, she's so wrapped up with her buddies and friends. There'll be a day she needs her sister again. Sorry, I'm late. I'm at work and didn't get a notification. Yeah, YouTube's not been giving notifications at all. Miss Daisy, Jinkies might have got mad because I said she did not tell us that her old man was over there when we heard him. What? What you, Ronald? You better be good, Ronald. Daisy, I saw your sister talking nasty, and she even has a mole of a male part, and she said she is going to make a cake in it. Oh, what? Well, that's my sister for you. She does that stuff. I know what she's talking about. She does have one. She has a mold of a man's male part. Yes, she does. And she has made a cake before of that. He makes me sick. The way he took his tongue out when he was coming into the courtroom. I wished I was there in that courtroom. I know. He's making a mockery, a game out of this. And if I was the judge, I would not allow him to do that. Why she's letting him do that, I have no idea. Sorry, I don't read the emails now. Read those emails later. I just something to look in. Remember, one thing I can say: if you send me an email, I'm probably not going to be able to read it because of course, my emails is flooded because people have signed me up on things that I didn't sign myself up. So I can't even check my email because of it. Snakes don't bark, Ronnie. Just say what? Hi, Daisy and Chat. In my opinion of Adam is a lot to do with drugs. Them drugs turn you to monsters. I've seen this in normal person till them drugs over and over. Well, he was abusive. I mean, he's got a history, a big long history of abuse. I mean, from a child up, of violence, criminal activity, and abuse. So I don't know how long he was on drugs, but there comes a time when you can blame things on drugs, and then there comes a time when you don't. And in my opinion, that baby was a punching bag for him, especially if he did not hit them other children. We don't know about the other children, if they were hit or not, but what we do know is that that little precious baby girl was a punching bag for him. I actually brought it up, Miss Daisy, not Jinkies. I ordered a mold kit for the hubby before he left for deployment. Hubba hubba. What kind of mold? I don't know if I want to know, Diamonds. I don't know if that's a question I don't know if I want to ask. I know what kind of mold Jinkies got, and it's a whole manly part. The whole manly part. And she thinks it's funny and cute too. Daisy, he was sadistic. I know he was. And I really believe, and even Duty Ron said that there is a possibility that they could have been trafficking that precious little baby girl. And that's sad. That's very, very sad if they were. We probably will never know exactly what happened to her. We probably never will know exactly what happened to her. A lot will come out in court for sure. But until until the day that we die. We probably will never know everything that happened to her or Summer or Monkey. All three of those babies will probably never know. But one thing I can say is that when Don and Candace takes their last breath, and if they're still saved and Christians, and their baby is no longer on earth with us, she will be waiting on them. When they take their last breath, they will see her again. Same thing for Brandy. When Brandy and Tyler takes their last breaths, if they've turned their lives over to the Lord, and if they're Christians, their son will be waiting on them when they pass over into our eternal life. And they will never have to lose him ever again. He will forever be with them, and so will Summer. Now, Adam, on the other hand, I don't know about him. He may get into jail. He might get right with the Lord, you know, and he may go to heaven and spend eternity with Harmony if she forgives him. She in heaven, you forgive, you have to forgive. So there is a chance that he could spend, his life with her, but he would have to repent and turn from his ways. And I still believe there's a consequence. For every action, there's always a consequence. So, um, look at Cain. God spared Cain's life when he killed Adam, but he was exiled out of the land. But God promised him that no one would kill him. But he was exiled out of the land. Harmony's mom too. Yeah, they failed the baby on Earth. Harmony's parents did, both of them. Yes, CPS isn't perfect. They are just regular people. I know they have training, but they aren't always correct. Absolutely. I think Adam, Chad, and all those children unalivers are possessed by the same demons. Yes, I believe they are. There's legions of them. Legions in people. The spirit of murder, for anybody to kill a child or kill anyone, they have to have that murder spirit in them. Good night, Ronald McDonald. Thanks for gracing us with your presence tonight. Thanks for making the farm great again, Ronald. It's so funny. Lord have mercy. Vote Ronald 2024. There we go. Anyways, but there is a spirit of murder, and I do believe that when a person, especially someone that hurts a child, has a evil demons in them. And that's why that when people go to these old prisons where these inmates die, and I would hate to go into a where they execute them, these execution places. I bet at night you see all kinds of things. Because listen, demons has to have a body to occupy. And so when that person passes away, they're not leaving their spirit behind, they're leaving their demons behind. And that's why people see things in these places where there's a lot of death, because these spirits, these demons, don't have a place to occupy. You see what I'm saying? So they're not being haunted by spirits. They are by spirits, but not ghosts. They're evil spirits. I don't care what nobody says. And they may take the form of a child or that person that passed away. But they're not that person. They're of the devil. And people like Adam Montgomery, he's the devil. He's got the devil in him. 100%. But listen, all of our home is eternal. Our home is eternal. If we go to heaven, it's going to be for life is like a vapor. It's here and it's gone. I know that because my life has flew by. My children are adults now. I mean, I'm looking at well, I want to start planning my funeral, because time flies by. 10 years is here in a minute. So we're not going to be here forever, y'all. And what we do on this earth will affect of where we go in eternity and what we do in eternity. And And I believe that these people that hurt these children or hurts old people, two of the people I cannot stand is somebody that hurts an old person and someone that hurts a child. Those are the two kind of people that gets my heart. An elderly person and a child. I cannot stand anybody to hurt someone older. An older person that cannot defend themselves. I cannot stand that. And I was a geriatric nurse for a long time. And that was one of my best times. I loved being a geriatric nurse, working in a nursing home, taking care of patients. I loved it. I loved them. I loved to hear their stories. You wouldn't believe some of the stories. They sung to me, they hung out with me. You just love it. You love it. You love them. And they're two of our most weakest people on earth is our children, our babies, and our elderly. And us as a community and a society needs to keep them safe. That's why if you see something, you say something, whether it's an old person. If you see someone abusing or neglecting an old person, then you need to say something. Step up, say something. If you see someone neglecting or abusing a child, step up, say something. Take that child out of their hands. Take that child. If you see somebody hitting on a child, take that child out of the parent's hands and call the police. Don't let that person continue to hurt that child or an animal. And I don't care who it is. You don't hurt a child. It just takes one time to mess a child's whole life up. And the innocence of that child is took forever, ever. It took one person when I was 5 years old to take my innocence away. I didn't know what it was, but I knew it wasn't right. I knew that it was not right what was going on. And then my innocence was forever gone. One time, that's why we can't let our kids stay all night with other kids. I would suggest to keep the other kids at your house and keep a close eye on them. Don't let them go to these houses of these people you don't know. You don't know who's going to be in them houses. You don't know what they're going to do to your child. There could be a teenage boy there that's got high hormones that could come in and hurt your child. Hey, MC, that's one thing I've never did. I've only let my daughter stay all night with people I knew very well. And Bubba's not stayed all night with nobody. Bubba stayed all night with Evelyn and maybe my parents. But as far as his friends, he don't stay all night with none of them. We have coddled him, and he's almost 17 years old, and we still don't let him out underneath the chicken wing. Because I believe when they become teenagers, you have to protect them even more because they're so confused and they have so many bad influences in their lives. That's when you got to pull the string even tighter. When they're children, you got to keep it tight rope, but you pull it even tighter when they become teenagers. Even when they're 18 years old, you still got to guide them and lead them in the right direction. You can't just turn them loose and say, "Oh, I don't want them to get mad at me. I want to be their friend." No, you cannot be a friend. You cannot be a friend to a teenager. You've got to be, they want structure. They want that. Bub, it might not be my biological son, but that boy's more like me than anybody else. He's just like me. And I know when he has children, he's going to be as strict as I am when it comes to letting them go with their friends and stuff. Like we let him go to the mall and stuff like that, but he's not allowed to stay out after a certain time of night. We got a tracker on his phone. we watch him like a hawk. He's got a spy eye on him all the time. And he knows it too. So my oldest will be 15th, the 10th, and so far he's very mature and he has a good head on his shoulders. That's good, Miggy. Well, the worst thing you can do is be a buddy or a friend and encourage your child to drink or smoke pot or do that stuff around them and think it's cool. No. Pull them britches up, straighten up, act right. That's what I say. Don't walk around here like a heathen. I'm not your friend. I'm your grandparent, or I'm your leader. I'm your caretaker. I'm not gonna let anybody hurt you, and I'm gonna let you get yourself hurt. You know? I'll be praying for strength and wisdom for you, sis, for a P. Aw. Hey, I've even stood up to Bub's own mother when I thought he wasn't being treated right when he went on vacation. Me and her had words because she's taking a little favoritism over his sister. And his sister was tattletaling on him. And I called her and asked her what was up because, you know, he's, I don't want to see him done unfairly. My girls hates me at least once a week. I must be doing something right. Exactly, Leslie Lou. If they don't dislike you, then you're not doing it right. You can't be buddies and friends with them. Nope, 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 nope. You got to take care of them. You got to protect them at all cost. I'm a helicopter mom, guys. I'm beyond a helicopter mom. But you got to be nowadays. You got to be a helicopter mom nowadays. The way this world is, with all this human trafficking and stuff. And when my girls were growing up, we didn't even hear about human trafficking at that time. And I was an overprotective mama. But nowadays, oh my Lord, I don't even know. I remember getting them little monkeys and, them little backpack monkeys with a string attached where you can keep your child on a leash. I remember doing that when my kids were little. Daisy, you are so much like me. It's amazing. Aw, Mama 3. Sorry I had to go to war on Facebook for my sister. Dude was saying she didn't know her 90s country. Uh-oh. Oh, my Lord. That being said, y'all hear about Toby Keith? Man, I hate that he died. He was truly an American person. He was for America. Almost seems a little weird that he just got cancer during this next election. Because remember when he was the last election, he was all about being a patriot and everything. I don't know. Y'all know how I am. I'm a rabbit holer. Yes, Daisy, you're doing them fighting words. Doing them fighting words. Hey, can y'all hold on? I gotta go to the bathroom so bad I can't stand it. I'll be right back. I'm going to peeing on myself if I don't. Hang on just a second. Okay, guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. Love me some Toby Keith. I know, I did too. Stomach cancer he had for 18 months. I wonder how he got stomach cancer. That's weird how cancer just pops up on people, you know? Christine kind of worries. She said she thought maybe that COVID shot had something to do with hers. For hers to be so rapid, you know? Daisy, what I don't understand is my friend passed away. I went to the funeral and his wife said he passed from a heart attack, but when I read her Facebook, she said he had lung cancer. He probably did have lung cancer and it caused him to go into a fatal arrhythmia. See, the lungs is connected to the heart. The blood from the heart pumps into the lungs. So the lungs and the heart goes hand in hand. So I can understand how having lung cancer could cause an arrhythmia or a heart attack. It goes hand in hand. I've literally saw a person drowned from congestive heart failure because the left side of your heart pumps to your lungs, right? Well, the right side pumps to your lungs. The lungs pumps it back out into the left side of your heart. But if that left side is not pumping like it should be, it backs up into your lungs and causes fluid overload in your lungs. And you literally can drown from congestive heart, from fluid overload. And usually you'll start hearing them rattles or rails in the lungs, and they'll get high pitch and they get worser and worser and worser. And you know you're going to get some Lasix. You got to get some Lasix down them ASAP before it's too late. So you do an IV push of Lasix, usually when the doctor orders it, and get it down, get the fluid. And sometimes you have to give more than that. Some people's heart their heart's so bad. Usually you'll see pulmonary edema in the left side of the heart. The right side, you'll see all over edema, peripheral edema. Your right side of your heart comes from your body. Your left side comes from your lungs. The blood comes from your lungs. So when it backs up, it goes into your lungs. You get pulmonary edema. Y'all didn't know that, did you? Daisy knows her heart, buddy. That's one thing in nursing school I knew a lot about was cardiac. I used to work on a cardiac step-down unit. We had heart attack patients all the time that we'd have to start on heparin and cardizine drips until ICU was available. A lot of times ICU was full and we'd have to treat them on the floor. Cardiac, they'd come in, troponin would be normal. By the end of the night, their troponin would be elevated. We'd have to start them on a heparin drip. That's one of the first things I do before anything else is get that drip going. Get them a bolus of heparin and get a drip going. So they less damage. The faster you get that blood thinner in them, the less damage it has to the heart. So you don't want to play around about that. I believe it. I've never seen so many people who had nothing at all wrong within a couple of years. Usually a lot sooner after the big C shot, they are very sick. A lot of people. A lot of people. Does anyone in chat take Papapia enzymes for the stomach? I've never heard of that before. Daisy, I didn't know that about the heart. Yeah. Yeah, the right side of the heart, the blood comes from the vena cava, which is the vena cava vein. It comes from the body into the right side of the heart, down the ventricle down the atrium, down into the ventricle, out through the pulmonary artery that goes into the lungs where it's exchanged for oxygen, back to the left side of the heart and out through the aorta into the body. Miss Daisy. So, what do you think about the mom that was found guilty? Her son took a pew pew to school and unalived the schoolmates. I heard that they were behind it. They didn't get him no help and stuff. So, if they were along with it, I think that they should be held responsible. If it was my children, I would want the parents responsible. If they done that to my child, I would be furious. He will be home in the morning though, and then I'll carry him to the doctor if he's still hurting. Hmm. Let's see. Have any of you all did the animal dewormer that people are talking about doing? I saw several people talking about doing it. Do what? Keep on mom, the animal dewormer. What? Please tell me humans ain't taking animal dewormer. Be careful, Miggy. So I don't know. Oh, they must be talking about something else. Let's see. I developed eczema last year. A year prior, I was having surgery and I was nervous and I catch C, so I took one shot and I believe it caused eczema, but I'm not convinced by my I'm not convinced by my dermatology it's eczema. That's kind of scary. Y'all, unfortunately, or fortunately, not unfortunately, fortunately, I I got hurt from nursing before they started making people take that COVID. So I got to skip out on that COVID shot. And I'm glad. I would not take it. It's setting a bad precedent, but I can understand why folks would want her to spend jail in time in jail. I mean, if she knew her son was mentally not stable, I mean, Bub's a little one, and Bub's a airheaded 15 or 16-year-old boy. There's no way I would hand him a gun over. There's no way I would buy him a gun. You just don't let kids do that. Oh, did they? You sold your soul, Daisy and chat. Please pray for me because I'm having a hard time with some things right now. Oh, I pray for you in Jesus' name, my three sons. I take meds for my stomach and ulcers. Aw, it's not his tummy, or I would have looked him right away. I don't know what Misty's talking about. I don't know what Misty said. Miggy's saying. I'm going to carry him in the morning to urgent care to be safe. His daddy gets off at 7, but it has to come sooner. Then what's going on with Miggy's? Is it Miggy's child? Listen, y'all, there ain't a part of nursing that I ain't done. I worked pediatrics. I've worked NICU. I've worked neonatal. I haven't worked in the ER. They just pulled me down there. They tried to get me to work in the ER, and I said, hell to the no. They pulled me down there, and they's like, won't you come down here? I'm like, oh, hell no. I'm not coming down here and working in the ER. This place is crazy. I would never work in the ER because it's just too much. But I've worked in every other department other than surgical. I've worked in med surge, but I haven't actually worked in surgery other than C sections. But I've worked in pediatrics. I've worked, you name it, I've done it pretty much. Now, I've not worked in the ICU or anything, but I have worked the step down cardiac units. Miss Daisy, if a child takes your car keys and runs people over, do you think it'll be your fault? I don't know, Diamonds. I don't know. I wouldn't think so. I don't know. That's a hard question. Why are people taking pet dewormers? I have no idea. Papaya signs is similar to its papaya is a fruit. I don't know about taking all that stuff because some of that stuff can counter interact with your medicines that the doctor gives you. I didn't take it because I had C. Why would I take it when I already had immune to it? Exactly. They still try to make you take it though, even if you've had C. I think I've had the C a couple times. That's why I say I have mixed feelings about her being guilty. Well, you're right. You're right, Diamonds. You're right. I'm vaccinated by the blood of Jesus. Yes, ma'am. That's right, Ada. Me too. I mean, I will find the videos my friend sent me on the dewormer and you can watch it. They say it rids your body of parasites. Well, if you've got parasites, but I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, and it probably will go all over YouTube. But when I was a kid, I had worms. And I did, y'all. I was a little old country kid that played in the dirt. And so I caught worms one time. My stomach used to be bloated, but I was skinny as a freaking rail, buddy. I could eat anything and not gain and not gain no weight. And one day, y'all, I'm sorry if I told this story, but listen, one day we had an outhouse, an old outhouse outside, and I was using the bathroom in the outside, and I looked down there and there was a big worm hanging out of my tail. It scared me to death, y'all. And I later found out it was a tapeworm. But yeah, I think, Daisy, every kid has had worms. My brother had them. Okay, well, maybe I don't feel so bad then. But yeah, when you're a little heathen kid and you play outside in the dirt, you probably gonna get worms. Kids used to get those all the time around Eastern Kentucky. Well, right here's one that did, y'all. Daisy, you probably won't believe this, but I had a friend of mine who died from worms eating her brain. Oh my God. That's a different kind of worm, ain't it? Ain't that the kind that comes from pigs? That's going to be clipped. I know. Daisy's done got worms. She's got, uh, damn, what are them things I called them again? Worms and big long ones. Tapeworms. I had a big long tapeworm come out of me, y'all. I never had worms. Thank God. I would have a heart attack. Oh my Lord, y'all. Why do I tell y'all my personal intimate stuff? That's going to be used against me in a court of law. Daisy, over with worms. Over, eat up with worms. Let's see. The doctor told me, Mom, it's common to get worms. Told my mom it's common for me to get worms. Hang on. From sandboxes at school. I think that's why schools don't have them anymore. Well, there's those big tapeworms and then roundworms and pinworms. And at night they crawl on your booty hole at night, the pinworms do, and that's when you're supposed to put tape. They're supposed to stick or something to the tape. They come out at night. I know my worms. Listen, y'all, I ain't gonna lie about it. I did. I had freaking worms when I was a child. Let's see. You can get tapeworms from playing in creeks. There was an epidemic of this in the town. I lived in Nevada. They had to clean the creeks. Well, y'all know I lived in pinworm. Hang on, Cat in the chat said something. Wait a minute. Let's see. Pinworm country, kids get them. Yep, I got them. I got both actually, but the pinworms didn't scare me as bad as that big round worm did, or that big tapeworm. It's Miss Stacey's Prepare Yourself. I can just see the images of worms coming out of a cow's tail on PGs. I know that's gonna be so she's gonna get a she's gonna clip out, ain't she? But no, I mean, I was in an outhouse. It scared me. I took off running with that thing hanging out of my tail, y'all. Scared the sheaves out of me. I didn't know what it was. You can get tapeworms from cats out of dirt. Well, I played in the dirt a lot, y'all. Let's see. You scratch your butt like crazy. With them pinworms, you do. You see, yeah. See, it does happen to a lot of kids. It happened to me. I ain't lying about it. I had those Harlan kids, uh, something like loves playing in dirt and creeks. That's right, Angie. That's the truth. If you swallow a pill pre 1972 penny, it will get rid of pinworms. The problem is it getting stuck. That's the problem right there. Christy Lindsay said parents used to tell us eating candy would give us worms. I know they did, didn't they? Well, it must have worked because I'm telling you what. Oh, Daisy did. She had a big old roundworm. And they say them roundworms will keep you from gaining weight. And I always wondered why I never could gain weight. I'd eat and eat and eat and eat. It was that damn worm. It was eating all the food. I guess. I don't know. I was extremely hyper and athletic too, though, when I was a kid. I would run and run and run and run and run. When I was a teenager, I ran in track. When I was elementary school, we had to send in stool softener samples for the Department of Health to check for worms. See, there you go, dewormer. Now we know why the chickens chase the kids in the country. They want their worms. Hey, that makes sense right there now. Listen, a chicken will eat anything. Anything. Do you know a chicken will eat a whole mouse? If that mouse is small enough, they'll eat that damn mouse. Did y'all know that? Damn chickens will eat anything. Ducks will too. Surprised they haven't tried to market a tapeworm diet. I know. Well, I heard back in the day that people used to swallow tapeworms so they could lose weight. I don't know if it's true or not. You get intestinal worms from undercooked meat. Is that where you get a big long tapeworm from? I don't know. Every time I get sushi, my brother in law says that's going to give me worms. He's stupid. I don't know. You never know. Tell you where I was raised in the boondocks. Me too. Daisy, I did CNA in nursing homes. A resident had a sore bad on his foot. The RN and the doctor used maggots to heal that foot. Why was that? Because I've seen that done too, believe. I've never done it myself, but I have seen it done. Because actually, maggots, trigger warning, will eat the rotten flesh. They'll eat the infection and the flesh, and then they die. They don't eat fresh flesh. And they actually uh, put out enzymes that help promote healing. There was a man that had a sore in his head that I heard about a while back, and it was infested with maggots. Like he had a big hole in his head, and it was infected with maggots. And when they actually removed the maggots, he died. because the maggots was keeping the infection from getting worse. So yeah. Also, and it promotes blood flow as well, just like leeches do. Sometimes they'll put leeches on the skin to promote blood flow. Leeches will pull the blood through. Yeah. But maggots will actually eat the bad flesh, the rotten flesh, the infection, and promote healing in the good. And I know it sounds awful to have maggots on your wound, but if it's going to heal you, I never messed with them myself, but I have seen wound care nurses that has. We had an excellent one at a place I used to work. She was top notch. There wasn't a wound she could not heal, and she did actually use maggot therapy on a couple. And they come in like this patch like thing, but I never fooled with them myself, thank God. But yeah, they do. They promote healing and they eat the bad stuff, the gangrene. Once you've smelled gangrene and rotten flesh, you will never forget that scent. Never, ever, ever. Like I said, I've had toes fall off on me before. They were so bad that they turn to charcoal. The skin, once the skin dies off, it will get so bad that it turns like a piece of charcoal and it will just fall off. I've seen really, really, really bad wounds before. I've had my hands in some really, really bad wounds before. I've seen a lot of bad, bad wounds. I guess that's why nothing bothers me when it comes to that kind of stuff, is because I had to do wound care on people that's whole back and their whole backs was completely one big solid wound where their bones completely and thoroughly stick out. Like literally, the bones stick out. You got to be careful because you'll cut your hands on the bones. I'm sorry, I'm not mean to gross y'all out, but I have seen wounds where the whole back end is gone. There's literally nothing I haven't seen. There's nothing that surprises me. I've basically seen it all, y'all. If you're a nurse and you've worked on the floors for a long period of time, you've seen it all. Um, so yeah, I've been in flesh eating bacteria and didn't even know it. Doing wound care and stuff. People would have flesh eating. You do all that wound care, you pretty much bath in it. You get it all over you because if it's a seeping wound, next day you come in, oh, we shipped them. They had flesh eating. Oh, well, thanks for telling me now. Yeah. So, yeah, there's nothing I haven't seen. I've seen it all, y'all. I've seen older people die, younger people die, babies die. C. diff. C. diff will kill you. I've had C. diff, Ada. I thought I was going to die with C. diff. Once you smell C. diff, you'll never forget it. I could always tell when somebody had C. diff. I worked one night with somebody that had C. diff and I caught it off of them. And I thought I was going to die. I literally felt like I was going to die. I stayed on the commode. And not only does it give you severe diarrhea, but it also makes your stomach cramp up like you're dying. I don't wish C. diff on anybody, y'all. It's very contagious, and once you smell it, you'll never forget that smell. Cancer. Once you smell cancer, you won't forget that smell. Cancer has a unique, horrible smell to it. What's that C. diff? C. diff is an infection that you get in the bowels. It's usually caused by antibiotics, but it's very, very contagious. And oh, it does stink horrible. Anybody who works in a nursing home or works in any kind of medical field knows exactly what C. diff is. And I had it. And I didn't realize how bad it was until I got it myself. And I thought I was going to die with it. I literally felt like I was dying, y'all. That's how bad it is. It's bad, ain't it, Ada? I don't wish that upon nobody. Miss Daisy, my daughter and I were coming out of Ollie's to our car, and she asked me, "Do you smell that?" I smell and said yes. We got in the car, and she told me it was the smell of a dead body. Yeah, you'll never forget that, y'all. The flesh that's infected, gangrene. Once you smell a gangrene wound, you'll never forget it. I'm sorry, y'all. I ain't mean to gross y'all out. My son had necrozana fasciitis, which is flesh eating, and it ended up with toxic shock syndrome. Was he okay? Did your son do okay with it? He lost two big parts of his leg. Oh no. That's awful. I am so sorry, Misty. That's what necrotizing fasciitis is, flesh eating bacteria. I've had MRSA. Yes, I probably caught it from working as a nurse, but I've had MRSA before and had to have an IND done. I've had an abscess with MRSA in it. And I probably caught it from being a nurse. It's transmitted through contact and contaminated food or water. What are you talking about? C. diff? C. diff can be from too much antibiotics. It causes an infection in the bowels and it's very contagious. Oh, I'm so sorry, Misty. So, what's everyone's plans for Valentine's Day? Howard's like, she's like, let's change the subject. We're talking too much nursing stuff right now. Oh, C. diff, yeah. C. diff is bad, y'all. I don't want it. Hey, Carla, I don't want to ever get C. diff again. Daisy, you are making Valentine's Day. I'm making the babies a Valentine's Day basket. I do every year. I put balloons in it. Make a candy bouquet for them. That's what I look forward to doing every year. And I've already got most of the stuff to make it with. I might do a video showing y'all how I make it. Rhonda Lynn says the dead bodies had a slight sweet smell to it. What? I will never forget it. I worked at a hotel and she had to open a door to check on a customer that didn't pay. He committed, oh, Rhonda Lynn. Ooh, that's not good. Ooh, hospitals are supposed to be sterilized, but stuff won't come. Well, you can be sterile as what you can be. You can try to be, but still bacteria can get through. It can happen no matter how sterile you are or how much precaution you use. It's like the COVID. We would suit up and everything, but I still caught it. Daisy, do you know what the balloon rectal catheters are? A guy got out of his restraints, ripped it out, it and it killed it. Um, the only rectal catheter that I'm aware of is one that they do kind of like a Foley. People that's having severe diarrhea, um, they do that to keep them from having like protect their skin. That's the ones I'm aware of. Campylobacter intestinal infection. Want the smell that, let's see, want to smell that, you will never forget it. It's sickening, sweet and sour all in once. And that's C. diff, I think. Ain't that C. diff? I think it might be. I don't know. Let's see. Daisy, I looked at a small jar of Red Heart candy in it and a straw with a small polar bear on the back of it. I looked for a piece for it in Kroger's. Wanted $28 for it. Wow, that's expensive. Daisy, they found out who the person was who drove off the pier in Virginia Beach. They didn't tell his name, but he was a 57-year-old man. His fan his fan had reported him missing. His family had reported him missing. So he committed suicide, didn't he? That's sad. Sort of like a Foley, but it is emptying them out. Yes, that's a rectal tube. Ooh, Ada. Ooh. Oh, that is not good. Mm-mm. That's not good, Ada, at all. We just got a weather alert, tornado watch here in Southern California. You better be careful, Debbie Nelson, baby. You better be safe. Stay safe. Okay, we won't talk no more about that, all that other stuff, y'all. That's kind of, if you're not used to that kind of stuff, it can be bad. Yes, he did, Ada. Yes, he did. I definitely would not be want to be a nurse that had a patient do that. That would be devastating. I did my taxes today. Did you all do your taxes yet? I haven't done mine yet. I'm still working on them. Let's see. I did my okay. Let's see. Dee or Stitches says my boyfriend told me after working a fire where the people burnt up in the car, and he said it smelled like vinegar burnt chicken and hair mixed. Ooh, that's sad. Spring storms. Y'all, we're talking about spring. I'm glad to be talking about spring. I am. It's been kind of a rough winter, y'all. You know, the thing that worries me, people who are sick and they enjoy the channel, but long drawn out conversations. People who are sick. Huh. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. Hell no. I waited until the last minute in April. For spring? You better be careful, Debbie. Gotta go show the weather alert to my cousin. You better. Um, I forgot what I was gonna say, y'all. I don't forgot what I was gonna say. We was talking about some gory stuff here, y'all. But to me, it's normal because I'm used to it. We could sit. I've literally cleaned up a dead body before and went to lunch. That's how used you get to it. It now, do I say that it don't affect me every time a person dies? Yes. You won't be human if you are not affected by a person. I don't care how many people die in your lifetime. You're always going to be affected by every person because that was their life, that was their story, and you are part of their story. You're a part of their ending. So, you know, it affects you no matter what. But guess what? You still got to take care of other people even after losing a patient. So, yeah. Good night, always late. My taxes are done, Amy said. Well, good. A lot of people are doing their taxes. I wait till the last minute to do mine because I'm afraid I'm going to have to pay. So that's why I always wait. I'm ready for spring showers and storms. I'm ready so I can start planting me a garden, y'all. I'm ready to start planting a garden and doing a lot more stuff outside and for the little baby critters to come and all that, y'all. That's what I'm ready for. That's what I'm looking forward to, you know? I think I'm going on a weekend vacation. Well, now that, we might be able to go on vacation, now we don't have to worry about Benny all the time because we always worried about Benny getting out and hurting somebody. My husband wouldn't even go to Pigeon Forge, and we live 45 minutes from Pigeon Forge. We don't live that far from Pigeon Forge at all. Me too, Daisy. I used to this stuff. I carefully for my mom, I cared fully for my mom, granny, grandfather, and 4 kids. I think my stomach can handle anything. Yes, once you get used to being a caretaker, Rhonda said, Miss Daisy, will you cover your plants? Planting a garden. I'm not going to plant a garden until I know for sure that frost is over with. Can y'all believe, as sick as Christine is, that she still takes care of her grandma? At times, she still has to go down there and take care of her little granny. That's hard. She's sick. Her husband helps her, but there's some things, that Christine feels like she has to do, and she still takes care of her grandma. And that really right there says a lot about who Christine is as a person. And she's just the best to her grandma. And it says in the Bible that we're supposed to be good to our parents, that we live a long life if we honor our father and our mother, and that includes your grandparents as well. Um, so we're supposed to. But I also think that also should go both ways too. Your parents should honor you as well. You can't expect your children to honor you if you're abusive to them or verbally abusive or mean. And, some people think just because they have children and they're the biological parents that they can just treat those children any way they want to treat those children. And that's not how it goes, because ultimately we don't own anybody. We don't even own ourselves. You know, our lives are not even our own to take. God owns us. We don't own ourselves. God owns us. So our own life is not ours to take. God owns us. So, but some people think just because, oh, well, they're my biological children, I can do whatever I want to them. I can treat them however I want to treat them. Da 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 da. No, you can't, because they are an individual person and they are a separate person from you. And that doesn't give you the right to treat them badly because they're your children. Christine is a strong woman. I think she is stronger than she knows. God has her covered. Yes, she does. God does. And she's found a beautiful wig to fit her, y'all. It's a beautiful wig. You can't even tell it's a wig, actually. It looks just like Christine. Daisy, remember the story about the lady and her husband had the baby and the baby was decapitated? They were in court and the hospital was ruled a homicide. Woo, that is good. They needed to. That needs to be ruled a homicide. That doctor needs to be held responsible for what that doctor did to that baby. Hey, JJ, how are you doing, Jay? You're not supposed to provoke your children to anger. Right. Sorry I haven't been on, but working. It's okay, Jay. We know you work. Don't you worry about that, JJ. I understand things come up. I'm really worried about White Widow Baby and Chrissy Prissy. I've been aiming to check on them. I haven't seen them in a long time. I wonder if they're okay. I know Chrissy Prissy pops in every once in a while, but uh, I worry about White Widow Baby if she's okay, because she's not been on. Christine was talking. She cleaned houses, took care of grandma, and yes, her hair was the right pick. Yeah, it looks really good, don't it? It looks really good, you guys. Christine's an angel all in herself, y'all. I mean, she's my best friend. She's one of my best friends. I couldn't have asked for better friends than what I have right now. I really have some really good friends, you guys, and a lot of them are you all. Y'all are my friends anyway, but I got some really, really close friends. I'll check on White Widow baby Miss Stacy to see if she's okay. Okay, thank you, Dee Dee. A lot of y'all are I'm really close, especially my mods, y'all. I'm really close to my mods. I love my mods. They're thebest.com and they're just awesome people. All you all are just awesome people, in my opinion. I just love you guys to death. Even my little Marita, me and her have different opinions about politics, but generally me and her has the same opinions on other things. And I love having her up on panel talking about Kensington and filling us in about Philly. And I love to hear stories about her experiences. Miss Christine, we love you and stay strong. You got an army behind you. Yes, she does. We love you, Miss Daisy, so much. When you're not on, I miss you. Aw, we used to have some really good times. We used to get wild over here on the farm. Daisy, I sent you a video today about the little baby today. Okay, Julianne, I'll look and see, okay? Why was they going on about Dame last night? Who was going on about Dame? Who was talking about Dame? Daisy, do you remember when it happened at with the baby was decapitated? Yes, I remember that. That was horrible. Love you too, Diamonds. I've been wondering about White Widow baby. I wonder too. I wonder if she's prego. Remember, I got that feeling that she got pregnant, y'all. I wonder if she's got pregnant. I can't wait for the election. I hope we get a decent president this time. Lord, I'm scared. That right there makes me worried. I worry that about that. I respect Marita. She's awesome. I do too, and I enjoy talking about Kensington with her. We listen. We've not done a Kensington live in a while, y'all. But with me covering the Harmony Montgomery case in the mornings, I doubt I'll be doing very much evening chats because I'll be worn out after staying up all day covering the Harmony Montgomery case. Thank you, JJ. We love you too, Daisy. I love you too. So I won't be doing a lot of nighttime live streaming because I will be up during the day doing them. Daisy, I think that happened in Ohio about the baby. Oh, I thought it was in Georgia. I thought it was in Georgia that that baby got decapitated. That's a horrible story. And oh my God, them parents, that hospital is going to have to pay them parents for what they did to that baby. Yes, let's pray for White Widow baby. I hope that she's got a little baby on the way. I gotta go back to work. I'll check back in after I get off. Well, I'm getting ready to end this live, JJ. Thank you for coming in and saying hi to us and stuff. I totally understand that you work, honey. Don't you worry about it. I understand when people get sick and work and everything else. Clayton County, Georgia, Daisy. Okay. See, I thought it was in Georgia. It just occurred to me today that we was talking about talked about Civil War. Well, those migrants are raising hell in New York. We might be in a war between us and the migrants. Lord have mercy. That's kind of scary, ain't it? I hope she's okay. Daisy, I just saw it about the baby on New York's Post. Well, it's sad either way. Those parents have to live without a baby because of the um, carelessness of a doctor and nurses. Those nurses will be held responsible too because those nurses help conceal that. And that's something I would never have done. I would have never helped conceal something like that. That mother, before she left that hospital, would have known what happened to her baby. They caught the perps that attacked the police officers. Oh, huh. I talked to White Widow Baby a few days ago. She said she's very busy. I'll check back with her later. Okay, good. I hope she's okay. I'm just kind of worried about her. That's all. It's a really sad case. It is really sad. But guys, with that being said, I think I'm going to take my medicine and go to bed early tonight because I got to get up early in the morning to cover that case. 8:45. They're supposed to start that case in the morning. I don't want to miss it. So I think I'm going to go ahead and end this live. I appreciate every one of y'all for coming out here and talking to us. We didn't get a lot to talk about Monkey's case a whole lot, or Summer much, or Harmony, but we did get to talk a little bit about everything. So with that being said, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and end this live. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please hit that like, subscribe, and consider becoming a member. Going over to Daisy's Farm and subscribe over to Daisy's Farm. You'll see a lot of farm animals. I may take y'all up to Beanie's grave tomorrow. And go on over to Beautiful Designs and look at my cupcake and fake cake videos. I appreciate each and every one of y'all for subscribing and watching my videos. I love y'all to death. Y'all stay safe out here on these YouTube streets. It's ghetto out here. I love you all. Good night and God bless y'all. See you in the morning.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest. Echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on